From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad that you're here, because here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 103, Boaz Power TV, and I call this one The Real First President. Now, I don't remember where I got this information on the internet, so if you're watching this and you wrote this, please send me an email and I'll give you credit for it. But I found the information years ago. I thought it was fascinating. So I'm literally quoting from an article on the internet. And again, if you wrote this, please let me know and I'll give you credit. What if your name was John Hanson? And what if you were actually the first president of the United States? And what if no one remembered? Oh my gosh, if I were first president, I'd like somebody to remember. Okay, that's exactly what happened, and I'm here to set the record straight according to whoever wrote this, and the information is fabulous. Once I discovered him, I became a big fan of President John Hanson because of his incredible level of determination. So let's turn the clock back to April 3rd, 1715, and focus on Charles County, Maryland. That's the day he was born, and that's where it happened. He came from a family of great traditions in the colonies. His grandfather was one of the founders of New Sweden along the Delaware River. One of his nephews was a military secretary to George Washington. Another was a signer of the Declaration. Still another was a signer of the Constitution. Look at this family. Another was governor of Maryland during the Revolution. Another was a member of the First Congress. Other ancestors served the colonies in similar positions. Hanson made major contributions to the life of the nation through his descendants. Now, as a boy on his own, he was an avid reader of the classics and studied the great leaders of the Reformation. As an adult, like most colonists, he was a farmer. His Mulberry Grove farm was just across the Potomac from Mount Vernon. Hanson continued to study legal and theological concepts. This led him to become passionate about the cause of the patriots in the colonies. In time, he became one of the strongest colonial advocates of independence. From 1757 to 1773, he served in the Maryland Assembly and was active in raising troops and providing arms. In 1777, he became a member of the Continental Congress, where he exemplified his brilliance as an administrator. He also helped resolve the Western land issue, thus facilitating the ratification of the Articles of Confederation. Boy, what a talented man. Now, looking back, the Articles of Confederation was a document proposed on June 11th, 1776. The Continental Congress rendered official the Declaration of Independence on July 4th of that year. I think these dates are important. The United States was actually formed on March 1, 1781, with the signing of the Articles of Confederation. At that point, a president was needed to run the country. Under those Articles of Confederation, John Hanson was elected President of the United States in Congress assembled. That was his title, President of the United States in Congress assembled in 1781. He was chosen unanimously by Congress. John Hanson was so popular in Congress that all the other potential candidates refused to run against him. He was a major player in the Revolution and an extremely influential member of Congress. And that Congress voted to provide the new president with a house and servants and ruled that he, quote, takes precedence of all and every person in the United States. One member of the Congress that elected Hanson, George Washington, wrote his colleague, and I quote, "I congratulate your excellency on your appointment to fill the most important seat in the United States," end quote. President Hanson took office just as the Revolutionary War had ended. No one had ever held a position before, and there were no guidelines for the position. There were huge challenges from the very beginning. The military, having concluded a long war, demanded to be paid, and there were no funds for their salaries. Some soldiers threatened to overthrow the new government and place George Washington in the position of king. Members of Congress ran for their lives and left President Hanson holding the bag. Somehow he was able to calm the troops and he held the country together. The alternative would have been disastrous, and we could have ended up living under a monarch. President Hanson then ordered all foreign flags and foreign troops off American soil, considering the fact that a number of European countries had had a vested interest in the United States since the time of Columbus. This was quite a feat. Hanson established, get what he did, he established the first Treasury Department, the first Secretary of War, the first Foreign Affairs Department, Thanksgiving Day, and the Great Seal of the United States. During his administration, a post office department was started. A national bank was chartered. Progress was made toward taking the first census, and a uniform system of coinage was adopted. He was also responsible for initiating a number of programs that helped America gain a world position. The Articles of Confederation called for a president to serve only 1 year. Thus, John Hanson served from November 5, 1781 to November 3, 1782. Considering the fact that he was in office only 12 months, he accomplished quite a bit in very little time, wouldn't you say? I know! The Articles of Confederation, giving too much power to the states, did not work well. Not much could be agreed upon on a national basis. What was needed came in the form of the Constitution. The Constitution established not merely a League of States, but a government that exercised its authority directly over all citizens. The Constitution also defined clearly the powers of the national government. In addition, it established protection for the rights of the states and of every individual. It was signed on September 17, 1787. 6 other presidents were elected after John Hanson before the Constitution was signed, and George Washington was elected to the presidency, starting his first 4-year term in 1789. So the next time you hear that George Washington was the father of the United States of America, you may want to recall the name of John Hanson. He could be labeled the grandfather of the country. It was his incredible level of determination that helped the United States get born. So here's the affirmation for this edition of Boaz Power TV. You may want to write it down. It comes from this story. I keep moving forward no matter how many challenges I face. I keep moving forward no matter how many challenges I face. And by the way, if you're walking through hell right now, my only advice to you is to keep walking. That's all I can tell you. Thank you for joining me. If you like these messages, and many people around the world find them very beneficial, please forward this to 5 people you know. Suggest they go to my website, boazpower.com. They can also subscribe to these free weekly messages on Boaz Power TV. Thank you for joining me. You are special. You are unique. You are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.